Hello everyone, welcome to the Ozark Outpost. This is Global War 85, Operation Pershing, Soviet Global Command 9.3. Oh, and look at that. No tech dice laid out. I have fallen down on the job again. Okay, computers. Actually, no, that one can't go there. Where is it? Computers. Advanced ASF. Chemical. Advanced sonar. And Top Gun. There we go. Okay. Looks like yes on chemical and Top Gun and no on everything else. Chemical goes to stage 3. Top Gun goes to stage 3. Okay, next is military aid and purchase. All right, they're spending 11 to send Warsaw Pact an attack bomber. They're going to spend 5 to lay down a cruiser, 8 on 2 Marines, 6 on an attack chopper, 8 on 2 MBTs, 6 on 2 light infantry, and 8 more on 2 MBTs, and then they're saving 1. All right, combat. Get a good hold on your seat because there's going to be a little bit going on here. Okay, first thing, the submarine force here in I-3 is going to go 1, 2 up here to I-11, where the SSN is going to shoot 2 anti-ship missiles into I-6 with spy satellite support so that they will have target select. All right, next, the strategic bomber here in Baghdad is going to shoot 2 cruise missiles into Basra in a surgical strike. And there's what the Americans have sitting in Basra. And the Soviets have PGM, so their cruise missiles all get full land target select. Okay, next, the major air bases in eastern Ukraine and Volgograd are going to shoot a cruise missile each, 1, 2, 3, in a surgical strike into Anatolia. Where there is no missile defense. There's no missile defense in Basra either, no SAMs. Okay, next. The SSGN in A32 is going to shift over to A30, come off silent running, and shoot 2 P700s into A26. The SSGN in A20 is going to shift over to A19 and do the same thing. So 4 P700s total shot into A26. over here. These two SSNs in A5 and A7. Well, let's state that differently. The 3 ASW choppers in A7 are coming into A6 to attack that NATO SSN. The 2 SSNs here from A7 and A5 are coming into A6. They're each going to shoot a combined total of 3 anti-ship missiles into the major shipyard at Scotland in a port strike. They're only able to shoot 3 between them because the Soviets only have 5 total, and they're already using 2 in I-6. The Tu-22M from Leningrad, 1, 2, 3, 4, over here to A6, where it will shoot 2 KH-22s in there on the port strike. The 2 blinders are going by a slightly different route. They're going Nordland, A7, A6, so they're only using 3 moves to get into A6 to fire 2 more KH-22s, but they will only have 2 range left for non-combat. So that's a total of 3 anti-ship missiles and 4 KH-22s going in on the port strike. Okay, then the 2 airborne yeah, they're going to do it. The 2 airborne in Akershus are going overland. Since there's no air base there, there's no airborne assault. They're going overland into Svealand to attack there. From Murmansk, a rocket artillery goes 1, 2 into Svealand to join the attack. MBT from southern Finland, 1, 2 to get in there. Attack chopper comes in across the water. Air Cav comes in across the water. This ASF comes in from Nordland. And then from Baltic States, cruise missile 1, 2, 3. Leningrad cruise missile 1, 2, 3. Murmansk cruise missile 1, 2. So there's 3 cruise missiles being shot in there as part of regular combat. And I think that's it. I think that's it. All right. Let me look at the notes real fast. Yep, that's all the combats. Okay. So we're going to start off in I-6. The American fleet there will have 4 AMD shots. They've got a cruiser, 2 frigates, and an ASF. We'll give them 4 shots in defense. So here's the missile defense. And the missile defense got 1 hit. So one anti-ship missile gets through. And it does score a hit with a 4. And they have spy satellite support. So they are going to target select the American amphib. They're going to try and take that out to remove the threat of this Marine that's parked in UAE. So the American amphib gets a phalanx. And that missile is shot down by the phalanx, so no damage. Okay, the next thing up will be the surgical strike into Basra. 2 cruise missiles, no AMD. There is 1 hit. And PGM, as I said, does give them full target select. So they are going to kill one of the MBTs, leaving 3. Okay, next step is going to be the surgical strike into Anatolia by 2 cruise missiles. No missile defense. Okay, there is another 1 hit with full target select. They're going to kill a mech. Okay, next up, we're going to have A-26. So we got 4 P-700s coming in here. We have a cruiser and we have a battleship, a cruiser, and a frigate for 3 missile defense shots. Three missile defense shots by the American fleet. They all miss. All right. 4 P-700s at 6. And look at that, they got 3 hits. Now there's no target select with these, but they did get 3 hits that the Americans are going to have to choose. Yeah. These are not target select, so there's no phalanx defense. So, well, they don't have any choice. They're going to have to kill the frigate and the cruiser and take a hit on the battleship. And there's the 3 hits. Okay, so next it's going to be the port strike in Scotland. That is a major facility, so it's going to have 2 SAMs rolling 3 dice each for a total of 6. And we're going to have 3 anti-ship missiles and 4 KH-22s coming in there. All right, so first off we need 6 missile defense dice. There we go. 1 jumped plumb out of the tray. Okay, so that is 2 hits by missile defense. So the Soviets are going to take the 2 hits on ASMs. So now it's going to be 1 ASM, 1 ASM, and 4 KH-22s. The ASM, of course, is at 5. The KH-22s are, let me double check, I believe they're at 7. Yeah, KH-22's attack at 7. So 1 5 and 4 7s. There's 3 hits. 1 5 and 6. That is enough to sink that supercarrier in port. So he comes off. Okay, now we're going to have the fight in Svealand. And I'll move that stuff to the battle boards. Okay, here we are. Coming from Akershus, there is a mountain border penalty on the first round for one of the airborne. The other one has close air support, so he's back up to a 2. The air cav has close air support up to 5. You've got the rocket artillery and the cruise missiles in first strike. And there we go. Okay. Wait a minute, the Soviets forgot a guy. The Soviets forgot a guy. Sam from Murmansk goes 1 2 in to join the attack as well. So he goes there in the 2 box. Okay, now we're ready to go. All right, we've got rocket artillery, 3 dice at 2. 2 first strike hits. That hurts. Yep, 2 first strike hits. And those can only be taken by land units. Okay, so now there's 3 cruise missiles that can also only target land units. And there's 2 more hits. So there's 4 first strike hits in total, which now have to be assigned. NATO has 5 mechs, so 4 of them fall victim to first strike. Okay, now ASM at 5, or ASF at 5. Miss. Airborne at 1. Airborne at 2. There is a hit. Okay, now you got a SAM with 1 shot. That's a miss. MBT, Air Cav, Attack Chopper. All missed. Okay, the NATO fighter on air superiority. There is an air hit in defense. And then a lone mech defending. He misses with a 6. Okay, the defender's air superiority hit. The defender's air superiority hit. They hate to do it, but they're going to take it on the ASF. So that clears that off. Now, 1 general hit to be taken by the defender. Well, this is going to be a fight to the death, so they'll take it on the mech and keep their best defender for round 2. So take that off. Okay, so now this fighter goes over to the 6 box. Rocket artillery goes to retirement. Cruise missiles have been shot. Border mountain penalty no longer applies. So this airborne for round 2 goes up to 3. This one goes back up to 2. Sam goes in the retirement box. Okay, so 1 airborne at 2. 1 airborne at 3. MBT. Okay, there is the hit that's needed. Attack chopper. There's an overkill. I'm gonna go on and do. Oh, that was air cav. This is the attack chopper. Okay, but there is an overkill. They have plenty of hits. The fighter defends for a miss. Okay, so he comes off, and Svealand has been captured by the communist forces. So let's gather everybody up here. And go back over here. Set these guys all down in their new home. There they are. NATO roundel comes off, Soviet roundel goes on. That is -2 for NATO, which I applied off camera. I forgot on NATO's turn to change Sweden over to them, so NATO goes down 2 back to 35. Soviets go up 2 to 45 to pull equal with Warsaw Pact again. And that's it for combat. Okay, non-combat. These 2 MBTs are moving from eastern Iran to Shiraz. These 2 mechs in the SPAG from Afghanistan to eastern Iran. Actually, the SPAG is going to go 2 spaces over to Shiraz. Okay, we've got 4 MBTs up here in Southern Caucasia. They're going to go 1, 2 into Baghdad. That's it for over there. Come over here. The backfire came 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait a minute. Let me check his movement. Make sure I'm not making a mistake. TU-22M, yeah, he's got a move of 8. That's what I thought. So he has enough legs to go back to the Naval Air Station in Murmansk. The blinders, however, do not. They've only got 2 left, so they're going to go 1, 2, and land here in Nordland. There they go. Let's see. Anything else? Oh, I forgot an attack. The attack chopper's going after the SSN. So I better do that. Well, I'm going to finish my non-combat while I'm here. The destroyer and a frigate are going from A9, 1, 2 over here into A7. And I think that will do for non-combat. I think it will. Okay, now we got to go over here and roll our 3 ASW choppers. Okay, they missed the NATO SSN. Of course, goes on silent running to save himself for battle another day. Yeah, that's it for non-combat. Okay, now we're placing units. So the cruiser goes over here to the build chart, stage 2. Then we've got 2 Marines. Coming up to, well, let me hold on to those. I won't do those yet. So I only have to go around the table once. So we get 2 light infantry that are going to the minor army base here in southern Caucasia. And we've got 2 mechs going to the minor army base in Tehran. We got 2 mechs going to the minor army base in Baghdad, or 2 MBTs, excuse me. 2 MBTs going to the minor army base there. An attack chopper going to the minor air base in Baghdad. Now we will head up north. So we've got 2 Marines at the major army base in Murmansk. That's it for placing our units. Now deliver aid. I left it behind, thinking wrong. I brought a chip with me, but a chip's no good because of where he has to go. The attack bomber gets delivered to East Germany. Okay, that's it for all that. Now it's time to collect money. Soviets are at 45 base, plus 1 for Tehran, Baghdad, Akershus, and Svealand is 4. Computers is still at stage 3, so that's 5 makes 9. And then 4 for Shiraz makes 13. On to 45 makes 58. $58 plus the one they saved puts 59 in their bank. Okay, missiles. Missiles. Make sure I get this right. 4 P700s were shot and 5 are built. So that's a net gain of 1. Yeah, I had that lined up right. So trade that out for a red chip. 4 ASMs were shot, 5 were built. No, 5 ASMs were shot and 5 were built. So that's unchanged. 7 cruise missiles were shot and 7 were built. So that's unchanged. We had 4 KH-22 shot and 5 built. So that's a net gain of 1. So we add a gray chip to that. There we go. Ozark Outpost. Over and out.